Hey guys, FPL Maverick Gameweek 15 is here, and I've got some quick insights for you. So let's break it down fixture by fixture. First up, Aston Villa versus Southampton. Southampton struggled to score in this game, so this might be one for your Aston Villa defenders. Digne, Konza. They did just concede, so the Southampton conceded 5 goals to Chelsea, so Watkins might be a good shout in this game. So on to the Everton and Liverpool fixture. Liverpool are flying high, 12 goals in 5 games. Salah has been a massive part of that. Outside of Salah, I'm looking at Trent and Virgil. On to Everton. I don't know if I'm suggesting anyone from Everton outside of the 4 goals they scored against Wolves. They've not really scored many, and they have kept an okay amount of clean sheets, but Liverpool are definitely the big favourites in this fixture. On to Brentford versus Newcastle. There's a lot of goals in this fixture, I believe. So I'm looking at the attacking assets here. So Isak, Visa, Anthony Gordon. Outside of that, maybe Damsgaard, but Mbeumo is going to be a trap. He can potentially do something, but he hasn't just dipped in form. So just be careful. So now on to the Crystal Palace versus Man City game. Normally lots of goals in this fixture. Kevin De Bruyne is back in the squad with a goal and assist in his last game. Erling Haaland's underlying stats have still been good, but they've been good for the past 7 games. And in the last 5, he's only returned 1 goal and 1 assist. So that's why a lot of people have been getting rid of Haaland out of their squads. This might be the game he comes back. But can you afford him? Then on to Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace, City's defense haven't been the best. So maybe Mateta, but Eze has just been that guy the whole season. Underlying stats, the AI says Eze, but he just hasn't been returning. So if I was going to go for someone from Crystal Palace, it would be Jean-Philippe Mateta. On to Manchester United versus Forest. This is the attacking fixture. Really, you're going to want attackers. I don't like the defenders on either side of this fixture, just because mainly Amorim's come through. Manchester United are looking a little bit more like they're going to be attacking, although Nottingham Forest does have a very good defense. Look at their last 4 games. Historically, there's been goals in this game, but Forest defense have been very good this season so far. So if you're looking at defenders, for Nottingham Forest, Ola Aina is pretty much the only one that I'm considering. Manchester United, maybe Diogo Dalot. He's quite attacking. Attacking players, realistically, the only Manchester United player I am considering is Bruno Fernandes. And Nottingham Forest, I am looking at Chris Wood. Outside of that, I don't think I'm looking at too many players. Next, we've got Arsenal versus Fulham. Now, from the Arsenal side, looking at Bukayo Saka is an absolute must. Gabriel, he was rested midweek, but I think that he was just precautionary. He will be playing against Fulham. He offers such a good attacking threat and obviously clean sheet potential. From the Fulham side, we're looking at Emil Smith-Rowe, we're looking at Alex Iwobi and Raul Jimenez. If I had to put that in order, it would be Jimenez, Iwobi, Emil Smith-Rowe. Now onto the Ipswich versus Bournemouth game. They have never played each other in the Premier League, but they have played each other 4 times in the Championship. 1-1, 2-2, 2-2, and 1-1. So 4 draws, no clean sheets. So I'm not looking at defenders for this fixture. The only defenders that I'd be looking at are the attacking defenders. From Ipswich, you have Leif Davis, and from Bournemouth, you have Kirkes. Outside of that, I'm not looking at any defenders. Now, as far as the attackers are concerned, from Bournemouth, we are looking at Evan Nielsen and Patrick Kluivert. Kluivert's XG has exploded recently. Semenyo is one of those players that I feel like he can really explode, but he just hasn't shown it recently. He gets in the positions, but he just hasn't done it recently. Maybe this is his week. Let me know what you think. From the Ipswich side, it's Liam Delap. If you think of any other players that you'd consider from these 2 teams, let me know. But personally, I'm not considering anyone else. So next we have Leicester and Brighton. Now they have played in their last 5 fixtures. They have not kept a clean sheet between them. So there is goals in this game. So as far as that's concerned, let's talk about the attacking threats. From Brighton, it's Mitoma, it's Welbeck, and it's João Pedro. Now, between them, I rank João Pedro, Danny Welbeck, Mitoma. João Pedro has looked so good coming back off injury. Danny Welbeck still looks good. So between them two, it's just a preference for me personally. And Mitoma is always dangerous, but he lacks a bit of consistency for me. On the Leicester side, the only player I'd be looking at is Vardy, really. Since Ruud van Nistelrooy's come in, I feel like it's lit a fire under Jamie Vardy. Outside of him is Buonanotte, but Buonanotte cannot play his parent team, so he is an avoid this week. Now onto the Tottenham versus Chelsea game. This one is a coin toss. It could go either way. From the Chelsea side, we've got Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson. Cole Palmer, even when he flops, he scores a goal and gets points. So he is an absolute must. Nicholas Jackson was rested midweek, but I think it was rested just so he was available for this game. He is on 4 yellow cards, so take that into consideration. So if he gets another one, he misses the next game. But his 4 yellow cards were for talking back to the referee. So as long as he can keep his mouth quiet, I think he'll be okay. On the Tottenham side, I'd be looking at Solanke and Johnson. Really, Maddison maybe. I'd avoid Son just because he's quite expensive for the return that you're going to get. Outside of that, maybe if you wanted to go for a differential on the Chelsea side, Enzo Fernandez has actually looked pretty good recently. Madueke is very inconsistent, but he's always there trying. So differential, I think, is worth it. So now last up, we've got West Ham and Wolves. Now this is an interesting matchup because I feel like there can be a few goals in this fixture. Unfortunately, West Ham have not looked great, but the likes of Bowen and Kudus are very, very, very interesting assets. So I'd be looking at them. Bowen was very unlucky not to come away with something in last week. So Bowen, Kudus, very interesting picks. On the Wolves side, Strand Larsen, Cunha, and Aït-Nouri. I wouldn't have Strand Larsen and Cunha, so if you're going to choose the two, I'd say Cunha is the better option, but if you want a differential, you'd go for Strand Larsen. But let me know what you think in the comments, because I'm not entirely sure about where I sit between the two. I do like Cunha though. And that's my preview for the week. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you indifferent? Let me know. And hopefully you guys do well. Good luck. Peace.